The Siege of Saguntum, a short story created about the minor siege, the first battle of the Second Punic War. Two armies met, united by zeal and belief in restoring Carthage. A man known for his ambition, and his close friend, an expert at the horse, united together below what would be known as Spain. Together they would fight a titan, and though unable to defeat the behemoth and eventual king of the legendary sea, would forever be regarded as important to history as the great men's stock they belonged to. The year was 219 BC, and Hannibal and Mahabal would go and gain forces and support for a siege in Spain. The two would camp and plan. When ready, they marched north. Hannibal was an exceptional man coming from noble birth, trusted by his father to be the blow needed against Rome. He set his sights on its ally, the Saguntines. Within their walled city, they believed fatally that Rome would protect them. But blind belief in mere men would not be enough to those whose strength and will is stronger. The stage would be set now for the downfall and conquest of Saguntum. A march. A march was all that was heard amongst the ground's ear, the birds flying away as the footsteps of brave men were heard. Before them walls and fortifications that would be tested. Hannibal would begin his preparations with him, towers, and rams, two tools that needed to fight a siege. Breaking down the walls, missiles were thrown. His legions hurt, including Hannibal himself, though he fought on. His will that of a raging bull of Carthage. He fought on, as difficult of a challenge as it was. The fight he fought onwards and onwards, wall by wall, blood pouring from open wounds on his shoulders and arms. Fighting alongside his men, would he die here or cheer on amongst them? Fighting stopped only briefly for him to heal. Laying in his bed, wounds tended to, he smiled, though, as if unaffected, the fury and life flame of Carthage within him still beating. A simple city would not stand in his way. Requesting aid, the Saguntines would not be supported by Rome, and desperation and great depravity befell those living inside the walls. As fighting started again, they had no choice but to do the unthinkable. Though given a chance at mercy, they threw it away. Their honor would not be besmirched. Realizing this, thinking deeply, Hannibal, though great, would not give them another chance. Great atrocity was committed against the Saguntines, and thus a great war began, the Second Punic War, a war between men, legions of heroes from Iberia, Sicily, Italy, and North Africa, elephants, tanks of battle, horses, the sword to the shield of footmen whose will would be tested by their rivals, a war not just for honor, face, and glory, but between who would rule the Mediterranean, the Sea of Legends. Commentary. What I will say is, while the siege is minor, it does foretell the will of Hannibal and of his future achievements. If you will see the image before you, it does sit on a hill, and so that implies a rather difficult task given to Hannibal, but using his will and the life flame of Carthage, he defeated the Saguntines, allies of Rome. Only if they were supplied by Rome would this task become more difficult, and the pro-Roman faction within Carthage would probably panic, and possibly try to request peace with Rome, though on terms that let them still be a powerful merchant force. Hannibal, being wounded, would also be interesting, but since he healed was mostly unimportant, though I imagine him now walking with a slight limp. I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been the Unorthodox Academic.